What if the most painful silence you've ever endured wasn't a punishment, but a preparation? What if the quiet that followed heartbreak, betrayal, or disappointment wasn't meant to break you, but to rebuild you? We live in a world that fears silence. We fill every empty space with noise, explanations, and endless words, hoping to be understood, validated, or chosen. But there comes a moment when the bravest move you can make is not to speak louder, but to step back. Because when the world goes quiet, that's when you finally hear who you are meant to become. This is not a story about loss. This is a manifesto for transformation. This is the quiet revolution. Lesson 1: Choose silence with intention. Silence is not weakness when it is chosen. There's a difference between being ignored and stepping away. One drains you. The other protects you. When conversations become cycles of pain, when explanations go unheard, when your peace is the price of connection, silence becomes an act of self-respect. You are not disappearing. You are drawing a line and saying, "This is where the chaos ends." Choosing silence is choosing yourself. Lesson 2: Survive the withdrawal. Let's be honest, the first days of silence hurt. Your mind reaches for the familiar. The late-night messages. The emotional chaos that once felt like connection. But this discomfort is not a sign you made the wrong choice. It's proof you're detoxing from something that no longer served you. Every time you resist the urge to reach back, you strengthen your discipline. You tell yourself, "I can sit with discomfort and still move forward." This is where self-trust is forged. Lesson 3: Rediscover your own voice. In the absence of someone else's opinions, expectations, and noise, something powerful happens. You hear yourself again. You remember what excites you, what inspires you, what calms you. You reconnect with hobbies you abandoned, dreams you postponed, and parts of yourself you silenced to keep the peace. This quiet is not empty. It is spacious. And you are finally moving back in. Lesson 4: Let absence speak for you. While you rebuild, your silence is doing work you no longer need to do. Your absence creates space for reflection, for them and for you. It removes the distraction of constant access and replaces it with reality. You don't need to explain your worth. You don't need to demand understanding. Peaceful absence is powerful communication. Let it speak. Lesson 5: Build the life that reflects your value. This is where silence turns into momentum. You invest in your body, your mind, your goals. You take the class. You hit the gym. You pour energy into friendships and passions that refill you. Not to prove a point. Not to impress anyone. But because you finally realize you are the main character of your story. Your growth is no longer reactive. It's intentional. Lesson 6: Detach from external validation. Your worth does not rise and fall with someone else's attention. Silence cuts the cord between who you are and who someone else decides you should be. When validation stops coming from outside, it starts growing from within. You stop asking, "Am I enough for them?" and start declaring, "I am enough, period." That realization makes you unshakable. Lesson 7: Become grounded, not guarded. The goal isn't to become cold. It's to become solid. You may still remember the pain, but it no longer controls you. Doubt may knock, but it no longer lives inside you. You've built an inner world strong enough to stand without applause, approval, or reassurance. You didn't just survive the silence. You were shaped by it. Conclusion: Your quiet was the cocoon. You chose silence not because you had nothing left to say, but because you had something sacred to protect: your future. This quiet season is not a pause. It is a transformation. What emerges from it will not be the person who was wounded, but the person who was always there, stronger, wiser, and whole. Your peace is now your power. Your silence was your revolution. And your comeback will speak for itself. Thank you for watching. Remember, the greatest transformations happen in quiet seasons. Now go create the masterpiece your silence prepared you for.